Hi guys, it's me Gwen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first get ready with me of the school year. And I just thought, why don't we get ready together and kind of catch up, see what the vibe is, talk about our goals and plans for the semester, because I feel like I always do one of these each year. So yeah, and I'll also just show you my everyday school makeup routine. And my skin does not look like this in real life. My camera has a filter on it, so please know that social media is fake. Hopefully I'll be the one to tell you that if you didn't know already. Let's talk. I can't believe it's junior year. That feels sick to me. It feels like a sick joke and I'm not sure how to cope with that because I still feel like a freshman sometimes. They're painting our walls outside, so there's a lot of stuff going on and I'm feeling a little overstimulated, but hopefully I can get through this without crashing. Yeah, it's crazy to think that it's already junior year because yes, I do in fact feel like a freshman, even though so much has changed about me. The thing about college is that freshman year, you are like a completely different animal. You are a different breed. You are not you. And I feel like it's not till sophomore or junior year when, you know, everything kind of evens out where you find yourself. So that's something that I've been very intrigued by, the fact that I'm a completely different person. So junior year, I'm officially in the communication school, BU's comm school, which thank God, because if you guys don't know, I've been going through the transfer process for I think around a year now. It was just last year that I started taking communications classes and I'm so glad that I kind of am in my spot. I do not plan on changing my major again. Like, no, we're not doing that. I think I've really found my spot. I really do enjoy everything that I'm studying right now, and I think overall I just feel very grateful to be in the position that I'm in. I think if there's one thing I could advise you guys, it's to get ahead on the transfer process if you're doing an IUT and an intra-university transfer, because you never know what the requirements are and you never know like what fits and works with your schedule. But yeah, so I'm officially transferred and I could not be happier because I'm finally studying something that I like. But also know that it's so normal to not know what you want to study and what you want to do with life. Like, you don't need to know what you want to do when you get into college. And honestly, if you can and you want to explore everything, go into college undecided. There's literally nothing wrong with going into college undecided, and I think it's weird that you have to know what you want to do with your life when you're 17. So besides that, I feel personally, I think I'm the most mentally stable I have been in quite some time, and I think I knew that going into college that I would be happier because I don't know, I like having my own form of independence, and I feel like being here has really allowed me to do that. Yeah, my mental health, as I was saying, is the stablest it's been in a hot minute. I mean, sophomore year I was very happy. I think junior year I just feel very secure with myself and I'm very content with that. I don't know, I think I've just been figuring out everything the past 2 years, and I think now I'm finally confident and secure with myself, and I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with in college, and it's hard not to adapt that kind of mentality when everyone around you also simultaneously contributes to this weird narrative. I don't even know. What else can we talk about? We can talk about friendships in college because I think that's something that a lot of people ask about. Not ask about, but like, how do I make friends, etc, etc. I think the number one thing I have to say to that is know that you do not have to have a big friend group, but if you like that, then stay with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to contribute to a narrative that you don't feel comfortable in, if that makes sense. I think you always see in movies and in TV shows like big friend groups, and online you may see that as well with sororities and fraternities, but I think it's important to know that you need to make friends in a way that is comfortable to you, but know that you can keep your circle close. And I feel like for the most part, keeping my circle very close has been the most beneficial thing that I've done for myself social-wise in college. I think if there's a piece of advice I have to give to freshmen and, you know, maybe even transfer students, it's to not share everything with everyone. Do not feel obligated to share, you know, every single piece of gossip, every single piece of information with the people around you, because honestly, your personal gets spread like wildfire, and I'm not even kidding. I've spoken about this so many times, but I think it's so important to keep your personal life to yourself, with the exception of the people that you trust and whose opinions matter to you. Evil eye is so real. There will be some people that do not have good intentions towards you and people who are simply in it for social clout. It's just important to maintain your peace and maintain your priority, because in college it's so easy to get warped into this like cult mindset almost. Stay true to your character and stay true to yourself. Don't make the mistake of running around with certain people for the sake of like a certain look, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's my advice social wise, but for me personally, I like keeping my circle extremely close because I never know who has the right intentions for me. I don't always share like my blessings or everything that's going on in my life immediately because you never know. You don't need to have a big friend group in college. And I think that's something that I struggle to understand. As long as you're safe and secure within yourself, there's no reason to go out chasing a certain persona or being a certain someone. It's so important to stay true to your character. I think another important thing to know before going into college, or just like, I don't know, if you need advice as a freshman, is to really take it as a chance to recreate yourself if you feel the need to. No one knows you in college and you're in the same boat as quite literally everyone. Feels very daunting as a freshman to walk into everything and be like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know like how to make friends. I don't know, etc, etc. Just know that if you feel awkward, people feel the same exact way as you. You know, you're in the same boat as everyone else. So don't feel embarrassed. That's another thing. Social anxiety is okay, it's hard for me to say that it's a myth because I feel that I experience it sometimes, but know that everyone's so concerned with themselves that no one could possibly be like so concerned with you. Like if you do something quote unquote embarrassing. It's one of my guiding philosophies in life because as someone with anxiety, it's so hard to overthink things and be like, oh my God, they remember I said this and I did that and that was so embarrassing. People are so concerned with themselves in the same way that you are obsessively concerned with yourself, to the point where like if you do something quote unquote embarrassing or if you do something that you might consider humiliating, I promise you people don't even remember it. Like that's the thing with college. It is fast paced, which can be, you know, thing that some people might struggle with, but it's so fast paced that if you, I don't know, if you feel embarrassed by something, people are not going to remember it. Social anxiety in college, that's the easiest way to battle it, in my opinion, is to really just sit down with yourself and be like, I'm so concerned with myself that I don't even know what everyone around me is doing. So know that the same logic applies to what another person might be quote unquote thinking about you. Because I know it can be like very debilitating to be like, oh my God, I did this in the past and yada yada yada. Your past is not your identity, nor is your future. I'm currently reading a book called The Power of Now. Another thing that I'm really trying to do this year is really just stay present and stay in the now, because it's so easy to sit there and be like, oh, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do, and there's also past and like this is what I've done, I'm not proud of myself, I'm embarrassed by that. But know that you're not defined by any of that. It's kind of just your false self and your ego trying to come in and control your now. I think we usually identify ourselves with our past, but know that you're not tied down to that. I wish that is something I did more in the beginning of college, but then like again, you can't expect a 18-year-old to grasp everything right away. But something that I'm really trying to put into my life this junior year is to just go with the flow and try not to get so crazy about everything. I'm really trying to take everything day by day this semester because I'm only gonna be here for another 2 years, which is crazy. So I'm really trying to take things one step at a time. Know that I'm not marked or identified by my past because I'm a completely different person. And know not to feel embarrassed of what you've done in the past. Like honestly, your cells are regenerating, you're changing, you're constantly changing. So know that you're not defined by the past because you've literally shed that layer of skin off. I think that mental health is so important in college. I can't even stress this enough. The amount of people that feel not happy in college should be illegal. Like the way that some colleges just neglect the mental health of their students is crazy, and it's so important to take care of yourself. It's hard to learn how to deal with the ups and downs of being like a 20-something-year-old, but it's so important to ground yourself. You need to ground yourself and tell yourself that I'm here for a reason. This wasn't a mistake, this was fate, and that this was all wanted for me. I think it's very easy to feel in college this form of imposter syndrome and almost as if you don't belong and if you don't deserve this. And it's just important in those moments to really ground yourself because it is a very crazy environment. And you know, some people in some events and some classes, some professors may make you feel like you're spiraling and may make you feel like, you know, you're not worthy, but know that you are, and know that college is supposed to be challenging. Also, learn how to have a work-life balance. You can't be on top of school all the time. You need to have time to go out with your your friends and talk to people. If you're so isolated in your studies and what you're doing, you become so consumed by that, and then it feels like you're just in jail. So work-life balance is so important, and I feel like I recently just learned how to do that. I think like spring semester, I really learned the importance of like, you can stay up till a certain time and you can like put work on the back burner if you want to like hang out with people that you don't see often. I think it's important to strike that balance, but also I am a very, very, very disciplined person, and I think that has helped me a lot in college. Discipline has helped me a lot in college, and I think it's something that a lot of people need to get onto, because when you're left to your own devices, you can do whatever the you want with your life. That sometimes causes people to let go of, you know, healthy habits they may have formed and then continue to form unhealthy ones. And trust me, it's hard to form a habit. I think it takes like a certain X amount of days, but I think discipline is one of my, again, guiding philosophies in life in college, because I know when to say no and I know when to say yes, if that makes sense. And at the core of all my actions, I put myself first. You always need to put yourself first. You can't fill other people's cups if your cup isn't full first. So yeah, putting yourself first is something that is also very, very, very important. And it's hard for me to say that because as a people pleaser, I like to put other people first. But I think after freshman year, I really realized the toll it took on my mental health when I was constantly looking out for other people's interests instead of mine. Anyways, I've been yapping for 22 minutes and I'm almost done with my makeup routine and my camera's gonna die. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this updates video. I don't know if you guys want more of these. I don't know if you like get ready with me's and stuff like that. I think it's important to sit down and talk with you guys because sometimes the pace of my vlogs can feel a little fast, and sometimes it's good to ground myself with a good old get ready with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna head off to class soon, finish up my makeup. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe and stick around. Follow me on all my socials and connect with me on LinkedIn if you're a student, because we gotta keep each other in check, okay? So with that said, I will see you next week. I love you so much and I will see you then.